So for anyone who hasn't seen Idiot Abroad 3, what's the concept behind it?
Me and Karl going on a bit of a trip together, halfway around the world, actually recreating the route that Marco Polo took. It took him, how long did it take him? A few years.
3 years, I think.
It took us 5 weeks.
He went with his dad and his brother. I went with him. But we weren't, it wasn't like a big idea. You sort of say it like as if we sat in a meeting room going, what are we going to do, what are we going to see? I wanted Ricky to go with me. Honestly, that's for the last one, because it is the last one, we're doing it anymore. So it's like,
why are you not doing any more?
Because I've seen a lot of the world now, and you can't keep seeing the same thing, can you? So I've seen a lot of the world, so I wanted to take him with me, or Steve, just to see how they could handle it. And it was like, so I said it'd be good to have some company. And then apparently Warwick mentioned it when he was on Life's Too Short, saying, I'd love to travel the world, and I ended up
Hang on, don't sound like you're lumbered with it.
No, I kind of was, but I enjoyed it. It was good having the company and what have you, but that's how it happened.
Do you actually like each other?
Yeah, I like anyone. I get on with anyone.
Did you know each other a lot before?
No. And that was part of the problem. You go away with somebody and you sort of push together like that. It was, we had our differences, didn't we?
But the nature of kind of the first two series when it's just you though, Karl, because of that honesty that everyone likes about you, then that's something you wanted to see as well, wasn't it? That development of that when you were knowing each other, then that's... And
he kept falling into the trap that all these people do when they do travel programmes. They don't think what they're saying. They can't, because a lot of the world is pretty horrible. And you never... I met Palin recently, and he sort of agreed with me that a lot of it is not very nice. This country's pretty good. But you sort of slipped into saying, oh, isn't it majestic?
Why is that so annoying?
Because you would never use that word normally, but suddenly a camera's on you, you're out in the middle of nowhere, oh, isn't it majestic? It's like you were waiting for your chance to say majestic.
What I like about Karl is he sums up travel for me. When he says on those shows, I don't want to go and see tourist attractions because they're rubbish. And same with me, I was in New York, I didn't want to go to the Empire State Building, I had to do it for my children. Boring.
You see, the problem
horrendous.
Is those things are really good, but as soon as they become popular, they're horrible.
Well, it's the queuing.
Yeah.
The economics don't work. You
Yeah.
queue for 2 hours for 30 seconds worth of wow.
I think they should quiz people before they go in. They should say, "How much do you know about this thing you're queuing up for?" And if you can't answer the questions, they go, "You're not going in then." Because they ruin it for the people who do want to see it. That's the problem. People are queuing up. They don't even know what they're queuing for.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
That's what they should do with the general election as well. Stand outside. Do you know anything about this? No, we'll go.
It's true.
So did you find that you wanted to go and see all the sites, and he was trying to stop you seeing the sites?
Oh, absolutely. He wanted to divert and see kind of, odd things. Whereas, I was a little bit touristy, to be honest. I wanted to, when we went to Venice at the very beginning of the series, I wanted to see the art galleries and the things that you do when you go to Venice. Go on a gondola.
Have you been to the art galleries in London?
No.
Right, there you go. So why do it there? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. People do things when they're on holiday that they don't do. When we've got amazing stuff in London.
Yeah, but isn't that why you do it, though? Isn't that why you go on holiday? So you do different things?
No, well, it used to be to get away from it all, but now, because of phones and everything, everyone can get hold of you. It's like you're away from home, but you're just in a different bed. Everything else carries on. You've still got mates calling you, or you're still hearing about problems at home.
I spent 5 weeks dealing with this. I don't know how I'm still so sane.
Did you start by finding it funny and then by the end go, oh...
Yeah, I mean, Karl will always make me laugh, honestly, and so we were in some pretty extreme situations
at times when
weren't
we're
we?
fed up with each other.
But over that
5 weeks with anyone.
Yes.
I can't think of anybody in the entire world I would want to spend 5 solid weeks with. Yeah. Except you, Tim, obviously.
Come
you know
on,
what I mean? Yeah, apart from you.
And Harry Styles.
Yeah, obviously, and Harry. Yeah.
But over the whole series, you definitely see a development in our relationship, don't you? We start off kind of getting on each other's nerves and finish off
getting on each other's nerves.
All right, give us a tip then. You've travelled so much now. Give us some travelling tips. Have you got any? What about
little treats? I think you should take with you. Anything that, if you're having a low moment, I took crisps with me, or little cola cubes. I had a bag of them when I was in Japan. Just something that, and honestly, I
love the idea that you're travelling and you think, it might be some terrible moments. I'll take some
cola cubes.
I remember waking up, because I didn't sleep well in Japan, because you sleep on a floor, and they kept having sort of little tremors, so I was waking up trembling and what have you, and I don't like fish. And, I remember waking up about 3 in the morning eating cola cubes, just thinking, what am I doing? I should be really enjoying this experience. But a lot of it, jet lag, you were saying you didn't suffer with It was you, wasn't it? Who was talking before?
No, Ben.
Oh, it was Ben.
Ben,
Ben was saying about, you know, he didn't suffer with jet lag. When you start going over to sort of China and that side of the world, where Japan and all that, jet lag is terrible. You know, so not only are you that's what people forget. They sort of go, oh, I can't be doing with Karl, he's always moaning. But they don't see that, you know, they're only seeing 40-odd minutes.
Yeah.
And we're away for a long time and you're not eating properly, you're not sleeping. I'm missing home because I like being at home. And that's, you know.
Do you think expectations of when you're a tourist, you're travelling, they sort of ridiculously low expectations for? I always think this when people go to the theatre, they watch rubbish and go, "It's brilliant," and they laugh at things you would never laugh at in real life.
It's because they've paid, though, isn't it? They've built themselves up so much that I've got to enjoy this because it's cost me money.
So you look at sunsets in India and go, "That is Is that him?
It was majestic. It wasn't amazing.
I said to him, I said, it's the same sun, Warwick. It's the same one. Get up early at home.
No, oh, come on. The sunrise over Brighton is not the same as the sunrise over the Ganges.
It's still a good sunrise is a good sunrise.
You know, I take that. Yeah, it is a good sunrise. But there, it's something to behold, and something to experience.
So surely that must be different.
Oh, we sat on a boat and I was thoroughly depressed after.
It was mad. I mean, I don't want to bring the show down because it's Sunday morning. It should all be happy and cheery. But at the same time, when he was watching that sun, they were burning bodies.
Yeah, I watched that show. By the way, it's not, you know, it wasn't a crime. It was a
No, yeah.
I mean, people come from all over India. They have a pilgrimage to take their dead relative to there to cremate them. And
he's looking at the sun coming up, and it's like, well, that's going on there. Why are you looking? I was fascinated by it. But, you know, I suppose that's it, and it was like different things.
And what do you make of that thing of burning bodies?
Well, it's just what they do, isn't it? So you can't argue with it. I mean, I always accept that people do things different ways. I mean, this country does loads of things that you go, what are we doing that for? Yeah. I mean, we were talking about roundabouts before for 5 minutes.
What was interesting was the fact that they were you saying that you can get different heights of burning or different...
It was all to do with wood. Like, if you if you spend more money on this wood, it gets you to heaven quicker and all that. And things like that, I just think it's wrong, because people who are living there, they've hardly got any money, they're starving, yet they're worrying about the afterlife.
Yeah.
And it's like, just spend your money on something else whilst you're here, instead of getting ripped off. And it's that thing,
I suppose that's similar to coffins over here. What's the difference between cardboard? You kind of feel better about... My dad always says, stick us in a bin bag. Honestly, he hates the fact that right to the end of your life, there's someone there with their hand out, taking off you. Aren't they? He's your dad, just like you.
He is, but he's right. He's right. He's definitely right.
Have you met his dad?
No, I haven't.
You should get your dad on the show.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Maybe should be in series 4. I still can't believe that you're not going to do another one, because there's got to be other ways of kind of looking at it. Because there must be somewhere that you've been on all 3 trips you think, I'd like to go back there.
Yeah, but it's just that thing. I understand, at the beginning, I didn't understand what it was all about, but it's about me being dropped in a situation that is so different from what I'm used to. But now, you know, I've been with loads of different tribes and stuff, and now it's just like, oh, there's another tribe. You know, it stops getting exciting for me, which is, you know, I'm lucky. I'm really lucky to have, you know, to have been able to do it all, but then let someone else have a go.
Have you seen Warwick's films?
I haven't. I'm not a diss to him, but I don't really. The last film I saw in the cinema was King Kong, so I'm not
the
a
original?
cinema goer. No, so you know.
Yeah, you've not seen anything I've been in, really, have you? I don't think.
Well, you're always covered up anyway. It's always,
okay, so there's no point. Absolutely no point.
Honestly, I did not know. I mean, well.
No, I know you didn't know, and you stumbled across it a couple of times, didn't you? But no, it's fine. I'd watched your entire back catalogue before we started, so I knew
But
exactly.
it's about travelling is getting to know someone.
Oh,
on the road,
okay.
I don't want to know anything about it. But I think there's too much money spent on films as well. That's you mentioned then the amount of money there. Yeah. Ricky told me he's in the Muppet movie, and it costs more to sort of delete all the rods and stuff on the Muppets than it does to make it. Which is
really?
Balmy. It's when everyone knows, don't they? Everyone knows they're Muppets.
Yeah.
So leave them in. But that's
Now,
true.
Karl, we'd like to introduce you to the wonderful world of Twitter. So we've got our Sunday Brunch Twitter, at Sunday Brunch C4, if you're interested. And we'd like you, if you don't mind, it's up to you, would you like to do your first ever tweet for us?
Why is this such a big deal?
I don't know, but people seem to love you. You're trending.
I think we should attach a photo of us holding a DVD or something.
Can you do that?
Yeah,
that's the DVD, by the way, which is...
What are you going to write, though? You've got to think something really
I'll do that. I'll say.
But you've only got 140 characters.
Yeah, but I promote the DVD, that's what I'm here for. It's true though, isn't it? I've been here for about an hour, you've had me cutting monkfish. That's what I'm here for. So An Idiot Abroad, out now on DVD. And I've got a book out.